Hello, this is Larius, and today I am going to play the start of Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Now I'm going to play it offline, obviously. I don't quite want anyone jumping in. So first of all, before I say anything about the game, let's pick a character. Now like I said, I'm playing offline, so there seems to be 4 characters. 3 of them will be controlled by the computer, whether this is going to help or hinder. I suppose we shall see. Now we have Spectre, Surveillance. I presume that's going to be like a sniper. Recon, he'll be like a stealthy. Medic, just a sort of assister. Field Scientist, Demolition, explain themselves. So I am going to try the Surveillance because I like the idea of sniping. And I'm not going to do any amendments. I'm just going to start the game and see how it goes. Now, for those who have played Resident Evil, this is just another one in this series. Now, from what I understand, it's not the usual survival horror with zombies from the get-go. But again, we'll see that once we start the game. For those who are unfamiliar with Resident Evil, for some strange reason, maybe this is the first time you've played a computer, I'll get into a little bit after we see this video.
Copy. Stand by.
Quite violent.
You guys must be the new Delta team. Report. Vector here.
Good to see you again, sir. Name's Bellway. Nice to meet you, Mr. Death. Vector here. On set.
Call me Lupo, Delta Team Squad Leader.
Okay, so obviously there was more than 4 choices.
Command,
I could have changed, but I've decided just to go to the default setup. See what happens.
Understood. Now find Birkin and secure those samples. Failure is not an option.
You heard him. Let's move. We're entering the lab of Dr.
Okay, so while we're getting a quick rundown, let's see how the look around is. So the movement is fairly smooth. Check on the outside. Now, as I was saying, for people who haven't played Resident Evil, as you see at the top, enter Umbrella Underground Facility. Now, Umbrella are, in the Resident Evil games, the big bad corporation who have created a virus that has caused zombies and zombie dogs and other zombie kind of animals that have literally scared the living daylights out of people like myself since Resident Evil 1, and we're usually on the team of the side of Stars, who are the team trying to shut down Umbrella. Now, as you can see from this little icon here on her shoulder is the Umbrella icon, so we are actually part of Umbrella this time, which is an interesting take on the game. Now this is the first time I've actually played a Resident Evil on the PC. It normally has been the console, but since I put a bit of money into a new PC, I thought I'd try it out, and obviously try a little review. Now I'm just going to run about here and see how.
Let's go.
Now the running does seem to be a bit rough, but I'm not sure how much running we'll be doing as it goes.
There must be a new type of BOW. Can't imagine those things in battle.
Wonder where they got the live subject.
Okay, well they look fierce, I don't want to fight any of them, and here come straight into some action. So let's see. Right, so as you can see, we do have teammates. Whether that's going to be a hindrance, for those who have played Resident Evil 4, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or whether they will be a help, we shall see. This guy's default gun seems to be a sort of semi-auto. As with any auto gun, the longer you hold it in, the larger the crosshair gets and the harder it is to aim. So I'm just going to go through this now. As I said, with most Resident Evils are survival horrors, whereas this point would normally be into some estranged mansion or estranged facility, and normally would be attacked by some crazy zombies, or would have a sort of semi-puzzle thing to solve. Now, from what I can see, there's no puzzles so far. It seems more like a third-person shooter sort of group game. I don't know if they're playing towards the group players more with this one than they normally do, but there is always an audience for different ones, so we shall see how this goes. like I said, it is only going to be a 20-minute sort of introduction, so you can see the game and see how bad I am at it, as I've already ran out of ammo. So let's try this machine gun. Now, as you can see, the team I'm with don't seem to kill very fast. It does seem to kind of be mostly down to me, but I'm sure they have their glitches later on. Or maybe I just picked the wrong people, who knows? Now, for anyone who knows me, and Torma will back me up, first person shooters are not, as I call my forte, I'm more of a role-playing kind of guy, kind of MMO kind of player. But I do like Resident Evils, always have liked them from the start. Even the less than popular Resident Evil 4 I still enjoyed. To be quite honest, I'm a Resident Evil fan and always will be, I think. So hence the reason I've decided to give this one a try, even though it is a little different. Now, these are green herbs, and this one is just a use ability. For anyone who's normally played Resident Evils, they will know that herbs are normally things you store in your inventory, and can overclog your inventory, to be quite honest with you. Now, I was sort of running around doing literally nothing there, and my team seems to have done fine. Let's see their health. Now, they've not taken much of me. Now, as it is on normal, I'm not sure how hard it's going to be. I have played a lot of Resident Evil, so I maybe should have started with a hard difficulty. But being as I'm trying to talk at the same time, now here's a pistol. Why did I want my pistol on? I have zero idea. Okay, so I'm going to change back. I'm not going to take their opinion. I'm just going to throw a grenade in.
Grenade! Incoming!
And for some reason he's jumped straight towards me now. Body shots don't seem to do too much damage. I'm going to try and get some headshots. This guy just seems to be in an action movie, standing about the place. And as with any game, as you can tell, headshots are more successful. Now this guy's knifing me. I have no idea how to knife, if I even can, shall we say. Well, I've just don't know what I've just done, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm trying to just race through this a little bit to see what the next part of the game is, because, well, I'm anticipating the whole game isn't quite the same, if I'm honest with you. It may be this sort of third-person shooter and go the whole game. As I said, this is the first hand I've got on it, and I really didn't want to read too much about it, so I can give an honest first opinion of the game. So we're going straight to the lab. I'm presuming the guy's either not going to be there, or there's going to be some sort of complication. Either that, or this is the shortest Resident Evil in history. Okay, so he's been flashed, and they all seem to know how to knife. There we go. That's cute. Kind of worked out for myself. I probably should have known that, being a PC gamer. Right, so this hunt guy clearly has some moves.
Don't forget your training. If they get too close, use hand-to-hand combat.
And there we go. Q for up close combat. They always tell you a little bit too late, don't they? Now, I'm collecting data. Now, it seems to have been a bad idea at that present time. I have lost a bit of health already. Right, okay, so my health went up because as the green little spray you've seen coming about was from, I presume, the medic I've kept in the team, so that was a wise choice after all. Right, okay, so the melee combat. Okay, so once you've used your melee combat, you cannot move to the side, which is a bit awkward. But oh well. As with any game, you have to use it.
There has been a security breach. Avoid contact with unauthorized personnel.
Here we go. So this is probably where
it wasn't us. We're using authorized access. We might have company.
I am going to guess it's not going to be Barney the dinosaur.